Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready.
Awesome. Okay, so this time we're tackling The Beekeeper. You know, that action thriller that just came out.
With Jason Statham.
Yep, the one and only. You actually sent us a review for it, which was super cool, by the way. Thanks for that. So we figured, let's break it down.
See what all the buzz is about, right?
Exactly. See, from the trailers, it looks like your typical Statham action flick,
Yeah.
lots of explosions, car chases, that sort of thing.
Great. Lots of action.
But your review hinted that there might be a bit more to it.
A little more depth. Yeah.
Like some deeper themes going on.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can unpack all that. First things first, what's the basic premise here?
Well, according to the review, Statham's character, Adam Clay, he's a retired Black Ops agent.
Oh, so he's not just some random tough guy. He's got, like, a serious background.
Yeah, some serious skills. But he's retired, trying to live a quiet life.
Okay, so what pulls him back in?
Well, it's not exactly world domination or anything like that. It's actually, his landlady.
His landlady.
Yeah, she gets caught up in this phishing scam.
Wait, so like a cybercrime thing, not some supervillain plot.
Nope. Pretty mundane, really. Someone steals her identity, drains her bank account, that kind of thing.
And that sends Statham on a revenge rampage.
That's the catalyst, yeah.
It's kind of interesting, right? Like, this seemingly small-scale crime sets off this huge chain of events.
It really highlights how vulnerable we are in this digital age. I mean, it could happen to anyone.
Totally. It definitely makes you think twice about clicking those suspicious links.
Absolutely.
So where does the whole Beekeeper thing come in? It's not just a cool name, right?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
It refers to Clay's past. Turns out he was part of this elite clandestine organization. They're called the Beekeepers.
And what did they do? Besides, actual beekeeping.
Well, the review didn't go into a ton of detail, but it sounds like they were involved in information warfare, controlling narratives, manipulating events from the shadows.
Whoa, so this guy's not just a tough guy. He's like a master spy, a strategist.
Exactly, and that makes his character even more layered and complex.
Because on the one hand, he's got this brutal skill set, but he's also motivated by this, personal sense of justice for his landlady.
It's a unique combination, and it makes you wonder about the psychological toll that kind of life must take. The training, the missions, the things he must have seen and done.
Yeah, heavy stuff. So it's not just about the action then. There's like a real emotional core to the story.
That seems to be the case, yeah.
And we haven't even talked about the supporting cast. I mean, Emmy Raver-Lampman is in it, right?
She is, playing an FBI agent.
Which is interesting, because she's so good at portraying, characters with depth. Like, she's not just a tough agent. There's always something more going on with her roles.
Absolutely.
And then you get Jeremy Irons. Need I say more?
He always brings that gravitas, that moral ambiguity.
Right. Like, you never know if he's going to be a good guy or a bad guy. So the casting alone suggests this movie is going for more than just mindless action.
It's aiming for that balance of action and emotion.
And I'm kind of curious, what about you? As a viewer, what kind of movies grab you more? The ones that keep you on the edge of your seat? Or the ones that make you really feel for the characters?
I think it's the blend that really gets me, that perfect storm of adrenaline and heart, when a movie can make you feel both at the same time.
That's a good point. It's like the action is more meaningful when you actually care about the people involved.
Exactly.
Now, your review said this was a fresh take on the revenge genre. And that's kind of a bold claim. I mean, how many revenge movies have we seen?
Countless, right? It's a classic trope.
So what do you think makes a revenge story feel fresh in 2024? I mean, it's got to be more than just cool fight scenes.
I think it has to have something to say. It needs to tap into something relevant, something that resonates with audiences today.
So maybe it's that connection to cybercrime.
Right.
Like, that's something that affects everyone in some way.
It's a very real threat. And it could be that The Beekeeper explores that in a way that feels grounded and relatable.
Maybe it's also about the psychological impact of Clay's past. Like, how does someone who's been trained to be a weapon deal with the trauma of that life?
That could be a compelling angle.
Especially when you throw in the moral dilemmas that come with that kind of work.
Right. The choices you have to make, the lines you have to cross.
It sounds like this movie could be a lot more thought-provoking than it appears on the surface.
It definitely has the potential.
So, to sum it all up, The Beekeeper looks like it delivers on the action front. I mean, it's Jason Statham, so you know you're getting that. But it also sounds like there's some real depth there.
Emotional depth, complex characters, maybe even some social commentary.
Yeah, it's not just mindless entertainment. There's something to chew on.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking for an action movie with a bit more substance, I think this one is worth checking out.
Especially if you're interested in those themes of cybersecurity and the dark side of espionage.
Right. That's like a glimpse behind the curtain.
And the review mentioned that it's coming to digital platforms soon, so you won't have to wait long to see it.
Perfect timing for a cozy movie night.
Yeah.
But here's a question. Does the experience change when you watch a movie like this at home versus in a theater? I mean, those big action sequences, the sound design, the immersive feeling, does it translate the same way on your TV screen?
That's a great point. Does something get lost in the transition? Or maybe you pick up on different details when you're not surrounded by a crowd.
Yeah, food for thought. Maybe something to consider when you're deciding how to watch The Beekeeper. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
As always, we love getting your recommendations. So if there's a movie, a book, a game, anything you'd like us to unpack, hit us up on social media.
We'll see you next time.
See ya. Yeah.